What is up, you guys? It is me again, as you can clearly see. So cool, baby. Why is God so obsessed with holiness and perfection? Invictus, Pro Diver Automatic. Why is God so obsessed with perfection and holiness? You know, God requires perfection and holiness to enter to heaven. Just one sin cannot enter heaven. One little tiny sin is inexcusable for heaven. He's looking for a bride that's spotless and without wrinkle or stain. So why, again, is God obsessed with perfection and holiness? Well, fortunately, it's a very easy question and answer. It's because God, his nature, is infinitely holy, and who he is infinitely holiness and perfect. And as such, to be with him in his presence, you need to be perfect and you need to be holy. If you're not, you will be consumed in his presence because of who he is. So let's say you see a fire and you put your hand in the fire and the fire burns you. You wouldn't say, "Oh, that was mean of that fire to burn me. That was mean of that fire." You wouldn't say that, would you? Why? Because the nature of the fire is to burn. Well, our nature and God's nature are two different natures. And here's the thing. Our nature, if we're sinful, we will be consumed in the presence of God. Because he is infinitely holy, infinitely righteous, perfect, and no evil can stand in his sight. No evil can stand in his presence. That is why, right there, he's not obsessed with righteousness, holiness, perfection. He's not obsessed with it. He is it. He is it. So, you're wondering, why does God require all this holiness and everything for us to get into heaven? Because, again, God is he is those things. Now, of course, we're not perfect and holy on our own. No, we can't get into heaven on our own. If we try to get into heaven on our own, if God didn't send Jesus to die on the cross to save us from our sins, but left it up to us to get saved on our own works, we would all be in hell. Because none of us can ever be holy or anything enough to go to heaven. So, it's only when we accept Jesus' sacrifice for our sins, believe in him, he gives us his righteousness. He gives us his perfection. So when we go to heaven as true born-again Christians, we have his life. The life that he lived on earth 2,000 some years ago. He lived a perfect life. And we have that perfect life as if we've never sinned. Eternity past, he told God the Father, he probably, something like this, told God the Father, I will go live the perfect life and die for their sins, and if they trust in my work, in my sacrifice, and put their faith in me, I will exchange their sins for my righteousness. Meaning he'll take away our sins and give us his righteousness. And they will be like me. They will be perfect and will be able to stand before us in heaven as if they were always perfect. See what I'm saying? See? So, we have Jesus' righteousness when we're saved. When we're saved, see, now, that doesn't mean we're never going to sin again. Sure we do. But we're righteous. We have his blood. We have his righteousness. All of our sins are washed away clean by his blood. So, in my personal belief, whenever we sin, it's already done for. It's already forgiven, already nailed to the cross. Jesus died on the cross to save us from our sins. All of our sins, past, present, and future, were nailed to the cross with him. So the ones that we're going to commit in the future were already nailed to the cross with him and are forgiven already. Now, that doesn't mean we don't have to ask for forgiveness for our sins. We still do. It doesn't mean we're not going to go to heaven, but I still like to ask God for forgiveness for my sins because it makes me feel like I'm like opening myself up to him and like being more honest, with him and everything like that. But no, you can't get to heaven on your own. That is why God is not obsessed with righteousness and holiness and perfection. He is those three things.